What happens in the middle of the Pacific doesn't stay there. The massive garbage patch is poisoning the waters that feed the world, threatening global fisheries, economies, and our food supply. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more environmental insights. The ripple effects of ocean plastic are bigger than you think, and they're heading straight to your plate. 1. A growing plastic trap that endangers our oceans. The Pacific garbage patch spans over 1 million square miles, filled with floating plastic waste. It traps everything from bottle caps to nets, drifting with currents in a massive swirling gyre. This patch sits between Hawaii and California, a plastic soup choking life beneath the surface. Its invisible layers of microplastics reach deep, infiltrating marine ecosystems in silent ways. The patch continues to grow daily, fed by rivers, storm drains, ships, and global plastic exports. Tons of plastic enter this gyre yearly, accumulating faster than we can remove or recycle. 2. Fish mistake. Plastic for food, poisoning the chain. Fish often mistake plastic particles for plankton, swallowing toxins that enter their digestive system. These plastics do not dissolve, they sit in fish stomachs, causing blockages and chronic malnutrition. Toxic chemicals in plastics leach into fish tissues, bioaccumulating through marine food webs. Predatory fish, consumed by humans, contain higher concentrations of these harmful substances. Fishing communities are alarmed by increasing contamination levels in commercially valuable species. Plastic ingestion also reduces fish fertility and stunts growth, lowering population sustainability. Reefs and breeding grounds filled with debris make fish reproduction harder and more hazardous. 3. Ghost nets entangle and kill marine life unseen. Abandoned fishing gear called ghost nets drift endlessly inside the patch, trapping sea creatures. These synthetic nets wrap around turtles, seals, sharks, and even active fishing vessels alike. Caught animals suffer slow deaths by starvation, strangulation, or injury from abrasive fibers. Live fish are often lost when nets snag moving schools or drift into active fishing corridors. Ghost gear represents over 40% of large plastic debris found within ocean gyres. Such nets not only kill fish, but destroy coral reefs and seabeds critical for marine reproduction. Trawling in areas near ghost nets becomes risky and inefficient due to high equipment loss rates. 4. Polluted waters. Reduce fishing efficiency globally. Plastic waste floating in surface waters clogs engines, nets, and propellers during fishing trips. Fishermen must spend time cleaning lines and untangling debris instead of collecting live catch. Increased time at sea raises operating costs, making small-scale fisheries less economically viable. Pollution affects sonar and radar systems by interfering with readings in heavily littered waters. Trawlers often return with nets full of plastic instead of fish, wasting valuable fuel and effort. Fishing near polluted zones carries higher insurance and equipment replacement risks. Broken lines, damaged nets, and clogged filters add unexpected costs to already thin profit margins. 5. Economic losses hit developing nations. The hardest. Many developing countries rely on seafood as both a food staple and a major export industry. The Pacific garbage patch threatens this by contaminating fish stocks and lowering trade quality. Polluted fish fetch lower prices on international markets and face stricter import restrictions. Fishing families in coastal nations lose income as buyers demand cleaner, safer seafood options. Without funds to upgrade fleets or equipment, fishers cannot shift to new zones or deeper waters. Tourism also suffers when coastal waters are littered, reducing income from fishing excursions. Coral reef degradation from plastic weakens ecosystem health and fish population regeneration. 6. Seafood safety is at risk around the world. Toxic chemicals from plastics leach into fish muscle, raising concerns over human consumption. Heavy metals and industrial additives cling to plastic fragments swallowed by marine animals. The patch increases chances of eating plastic-contaminated seafood across international markets. Studies have found microplastics in shellfish, anchovies, tuna, and popular commercial catches. Consumers cannot always detect contaminated fish by taste, texture, or appearance alone. Frequent exposure to these toxins may increase cancer risks, hormonal disruption, and illness. Food safety regulators are issuing stronger guidelines, hurting exports from affected regions. 7. Fisheries collapse could threaten global food supply. Over 3 billion people depend on fish for protein, especially in coastal and island nations. As plastic pollution increases, fish stocks decline, raising hunger risks in fragile communities. Fishing is not just business, it is food security, especially in parts of Africa and Asia. The Pacific garbage patch makes certain fishing zones unproductive or biologically hazardous. Plastic disrupts fish migration, spawning, and survival, reducing overall fish population health. Illegal fishing rises in cleaner zones, creating conflicts and diplomatic tension between nations. Subsistence fishers lose access to traditional catch areas, increasing reliance on food aid. 8. Fishing gear gets damaged by plastic overload. Plastic waste damages modern fishing equipment more often than most consumers realize. Nets tear from snags on hidden debris. Propellers get wrapped in bags and lines. High-efficiency trawlers are slowed by weighty plastic instead of streamlined marine passage. Fish finders give false readings when sonar reflects off dense clusters of synthetic waste. Each repair means time lost at sea and higher maintenance budgets for operators. Plastic clogs filters, bilge pumps, and cooling systems, putting vessel performance at risk. Some boats must carry extra crew just to manage debris, cutting into net profit margins. 9. Ocean ecosystems collapse when plastic replaces life. The Pacific garbage patch reduces biodiversity by replacing habitats with lifeless synthetic zones. Coral reefs die off when shaded or wrapped in plastics, removing nurseries for many fish species. Algae cannot photosynthesize properly when plastic blocks sunlight near ocean surfaces. Seabirds mistake floating plastic for fish and die in droves from digestive obstruction. Crustaceans are forced to shelter in waste instead of natural hiding spots among reefs or rocks. The chain reaction leads to lower species richness and fewer stable populations in open waters. As plastic becomes more prevalent than plankton, food webs begin to unravel from the bottom up. 10. How the future of fishing depends on ocean action now. The Pacific garbage patch is a warning and a test. Will we act before our fisheries disappear? Ocean plastic harms fish, gear, economies, and food security across the entire global system. Solutions exist: river barriers, plastic bans, gear reform, and stronger waste enforcement laws. Fishermen, scientists, governments, and consumers must unite to protect marine food sources. Every policy that reduces plastic helps keep nets clean and fish healthy in open water. Cleanup projects like ocean cleanup offer hope, but they must be paired with global prevention. Investing in plastic alternatives helps reduce long-term waste and supports cleaner waters. When plastic invades our oceans, it invades our lives. Global fisheries are suffering, and the seafood on your table may already be contaminated. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more urgent environmental breakdowns, and share it to raise awareness. The health of our oceans is the health of our future, and protecting both starts with knowledge.